lowering our reputation as an arm of government and an institution of state. All we have as members of parliament is our reputation. That is all we have. When we cannot pretend, sitting behind this table and pretend that we have nothing more than that. It's all about our reputation. And I value my reputation. We in the minority, we value our reputation so well. The majority also value their reputation. So, Chair, we heard your directives well. I think it makes sense. But we disagree. We strongly disagree with you. Today, we cannot vet. The body has been impugned. Our reputation has been battered. Until we purge ourselves, we have no business to vet any nominee. And let's also send the word out there to the executive. We have been most magnanimous to the executive. If in days that we were not supposed to vet, in fact, yesterday we were not supposed to vet. Was it Monday? Monday we were not supposed to vet. Friday we were not supposed to vet. We did all that to hasten the process and to facilitate vetting. So, Mr. Chair, consider your position again. Your directives make sense, but we in the minority cannot comply. Today we can't vet. And it's not personal. Honorable, it's not personal. Honorable nominee, it's not personal. We cannot vet. We value our reputation. We will not allow our reputation to be battered further. So, in a nutshell, until this matter is resolved and we are purged, we in the minority will not vet. We will not. And let's send this signal out there. If the majority do not value their reputation, we value our reputation. Today, we are not vetting. Chairman, I look into your eyes with the greatest of respect. We will not vet. I thank you.
Thank you very much. I have listened to both sides of the House. Okay, so I will recognize.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I've served on this committee for more than 2 terms. And I must say that I'm highly affected by the accusations and the perception out there that we have been found to be taking monies from nominees before approving their nomination. And I think I must say that I'm seriously hurt by this continuous occurrence of such accusations. And as a group, the minority, I feel that in order to protest and purge ourselves of this accusation, it is very important that we call off the vetting now. Because for the simple reason that members of this committee for this particular term are not just any group of people. Most of us are the leadership of the party, of the parliament, and it is very important that we purge ourselves of that accusation before we can continue with the vetting. This is my submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will give the floor to Honorable Haji Aladi.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think we've deliberated for quite a long time. I have listened again to our brothers and sisters on the other side. I appreciate all that you have said. And we agree with you that our reputation is at stake. No two ways about that. Because all we are talking about is out there. But like I earlier on suggested, today, the vetting today is what I have continuously pleaded with you, that let us continue, let's put a human face to it, because, one, we had not communicated to those who are here today. But here we are saying that we have no issues with them. Two, they are here already. Three, for some of us, it is today and now that we have been involved in the discussion. We might have heard all that, those things on social media. But once we are working as a team and we are discussing as one people, because being members of the same committee, we are each other's keeper. I will continue to plead that you kindly treat whatever is on the table with some human face, so that at the end of the day, those who are here will not see us as extending another person's pain onto them. You have, though out of not using the mic, asked whether I have taken money. Money cannot be everything. Money cannot be everything. I think our reputation is highest. If it were for money, some of us maybe would not be here. So please, Mr. Chairman, I think I just want to add my voice and to also tell the general public, no matter where you find yourself, excuse my language, even if you were just sitting in the market, please, certain utterances do not help us. It doesn't help us in any way. So let us be very careful and conscious of the things that we say, which will come back, bite us, and would now be running around and pleading. So the minority side, I wish to still urge and plead that you should forgive and forget, and let us continue. I am saying you should forgive and forget, and I've seen you saying, hey, forgive, yes. If you think that we are not going the same way you want, you forgive us, because this is how we also look at it. Thank you very much, Chairman.
But your side have spoken. But you are not the chair. Chairman, you see, it's not like we are not forgiving.
Honorable Anodompre, I think you
have not recognized me.
A bite on this issue.
Yeah, but I just wanted to, as a follow-up, it's a follow-up to my good friend. You see, it's not like we don't want to forgive. We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your reputation? But don't forget, this is an institution. Parliament. Parliament has been impugned. We don't even have a basis to sit here. You are told you are corrupt. You've been taking money from nominees before you sit, before you approve. And then, shamelessly, you still come and sit. Oh, yes. I'm speaking in context. You still come and sit.
Honorable member, please withdraw the word shamelessly and proceed.
Well,
withdraw. Please withdraw.
I said in a certain context, but if it's the case that is offensive, it's withdrawn. You have been accused. You are being discussed in the media as taking bribe, and you don't find it offensive. And you say that we should forgive. We won't get to the bottom of it. We should still come and sit here and behave as the ostrich. Nothing is happening, and we go ahead. We in the minority side will not support you to do this. We won't inflict further pains on Parliament. We have suffered too much. It's not okay. It's not. Chief Whip, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. So what we are saying is very simple. Mr. Speaker, suspend sitting, suspend vetting. The nominee knows it's not about him. We are not being personal. Your visitors, we apologize to you. Go back and come back another time when the committee so decide. If it were you, you will react in the same vein. I am very pained. Since Monday, since Saturday, the weekend, and I got calls, my children sent me the allegation. Daddy, are you taking bribe before you do your civic duties? My constituents send me messages. Are you guys taking bribe before doing your civic duties? Chairman, we beg you in the name of God. Let us come together and fight as a block. Let us fight this allegation as a unit. For once, let's put our partisan positions aside and deal with this young man for him to know that indeed there are parliamentarians who discharge their civic responsibility, our patriotic responsibilities, without necessarily taking money from people. This cannot be entertained. I mean, we can't vet today. We can't vet today. We can't vet today. And let it be said that the minority are against it. We can't vet today. That is my position. And if you don't care about your reputation, we care about our reputation. Because they've put together all of us. And they said that the institution, and this is the first deputy speaker, a man who has his legislative function with a lot of respect. Honorable, we have never heard anything untoward about reputation and about your persona. We cannot sit and allow people to run you down. You are the Speaker of Parliament. This is an affront on the institution called Parliament. It's an affront on all of us, and we are not going to sit down. There should be no vetting. There will not be any vetting today. There will be no vetting today. No, there will be no vetting. We're saying it. I'm repeating it. There will be no vetting. And let me say it again. Maybe just to rehash. Honorable Boama, it's not about you. And you know we have a relationship. I will not do this to
Honorable,
you. It's not about you. Mr.
Honorable
Chair,
Anodon, please don't be repetitive.
I will not be repetitive. And also, his supporters who with him. It's not about you. It's a principal position that we expect everybody here to appreciate. We can't allow this to go on. Mr. Chair, on this occasion, I invite you to suspend sitting.
Honorable Anodon, Honorable Habib, you had the floor, so please take it easy. Please take it easy. Please, point of information on what the whip has said. Is it point of information on what the whip has said? So please. Honorable Chief Whip, minority, I agree with you, except suspension of sitting. And these are my reasons. I want to place it on the floor that myself and the majority side, we care about our reputation. We very much care about our reputation. We are a country of over 33 million. If you allow a derogatory statement from one person to bring the country to a halt, then I do not think we are doing a good service to our mother country. In the spirit of serving our mother country, I plead and urge upon the minority members to let us do the vetting today. My second reason is to the effect that if you suspend vetting today, the impact will not be on the person who made the derogatory statement, but the impact will be on the nominees we have programmed today to vet. So in effect, we would have been punishing them for a crime that they are not responsible, for a statement that they are not responsible. We have fixed tomorrow to deal with the maker of the statement. So therefore, I will want to touch the soft part of your heart to let us proceed in the spirit of consensus to do the vetting for today as the clerk carried out the order of the committee to invite the maker of the statement to appear before us. Then we can deal effectively with the maker of the statement. So I sincerely plead with you to proceed to do the vetting.
Speaker, we want to help you to navigate, and in this house, leadership has an inherent responsibility to help you navigate. And I see, with respect to you, you are struggling to convince us. You said you appeal to our soft heart. Indeed, we have heard you. We've heard you, you've spoken, but we are also in pain. We are in pain, deep pain, because, and we are also concerned about Parliament as an institution. Deciding to not to vet today will not be injurious. We are not saying we will not vet the nominees, but we are saying today we will hear you when you we have invited the nominees, we have given them prior notification they should be here. Fine. We are all Ghanaians. They also care about the reputation. Honorable Boama, he cares about the reputation of Parliament. He cares. And this is a very respected institution you are appearing before, Parliament. And you are being told that the very institution, you are going to be Minister for Defense. You go out there to other jurisdictions and they say that the very institution that vetted you is corrupt. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? Mr. Chair, I appeal to you. We have staged a number of compromises already. Check Order 3, I think for the first time, and kudos to the minority. The names came, we all this. Yes. So on this occasion, I'm sorry. I have on
from performing its functions because some persons have made some allegations. 3, Mr. Chairman, a procedure has been provided under law for which we have a remedy to deal with this matter. That procedure, Chairman, has been properly invoked. So this further submission that until we resolve the matter in pursuance of that procedure, we cannot continue to work as an organ of state. With all due respect, it's untenable. Chairman, 4, government business. And as the majority chief whip, who is the avant-garde of government business, I think that government business cannot be incapacitated this way. Otherwise, tomorrow, there will be an orchestrated people who will be sending defamatory comments about Parliament, because they know that Parliament will react like an ale to heat. That once a defamatory comment is made, Parliament will recoil from performing its functions under the Constitution. So I've been pleading that, Chairman, we have heard all the arguments at conclave. So let us proceed to work, to do some work today. Honorable Anodompre. Yes, my reputation has been questioned, but there's a procedure provided, properly invoked under law for that to be dealt with. So I cannot, no, a suspicion does not render me impure. Yes, that forum is for tomorrow. So, Chairman, it appears that as for the committee, we must do some work appointed to us under the Constitution today. I pray you, let's make progress. Chairman,
I recognize Honorable
Order
Patrick
284,
Please.
let's make progress.
Please, we haven't gotten to Order 284. I am the chairman. If you get to Order 284, I'll announce it and call the clerk to take over the proceedings. But at a stage, still building consensus.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Chairman, I believe the minority has made a position known on this very disappointing allegation by Vomawo. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, the integrity of colleagues are on the line. Parliament's own image is on the line. Your own image as a practitioner for over 25 years or 23 years is on the line. Mine, 16 years, is on the line. Roxton, my classmate, Afenyo Marke, my classmate. We are all hurt by this very, very unfortunate incident. Mr. Chairman, we believe that we don't have to get to the situation of invoking Order 284 to take a decision. We know you are in the majority. A decision will be taken, and what next? You win the vote, and you need our side on the committee again from tomorrow. I don't believe that is what you want to achieve as chairman. So far, we've produced consensus reports on, I think, all the nominees. And our side has been very cooperative from the time we suspended the rules under Order 3 to date. We've come, we've asked all the questions, we've generated our reports. Nominees have been approved, some have taken their seats as ministers. So I believe that at this point, where we are having this disagreement after about 2 hours of wait by the nominees, we need to, Chairman, I'll wind up soon, Chairman. We need to suspend sitting, take a break, and go and confer and come and take your decision finally. Thank you.
Chairman, sorry. Chairman, can I put it on?
Honourable members, I want to hear from the ranking member.
But Chairman, let me say something before the ranking member come in. Chairman.
Honourable Habib,
Chairman, with
I have given
respect.
you the floor. I cannot give the floor.
The matter in issue, which is an express statement which alleges that the chair of this committee has been demanding money from nominees of his own government. 2, that the members of the majority caucus who are members of this committee, the NDC members of this committee, have been demanding money from its own nominees. We know, and it is a notorious fact, that Mr. Vomawo is a member of the NDC fraternity. It is a fact. This posture of people not allowing views to be expressed must be stopped. It is a notorious fact that Mr. Vomawo is a member of the NDC tradition. And this is coming from him against the NDC members on this committee, with its vicarious effect on the entire members of this committee. So raising, yes. What it means is that you have done something, as he claims, but we share in that liability with you as the minority caucus. It is in that spirit that we say that let this matter be properly resolved for all of us to have a way forward. Issue 2. That I anchor on the submission by my respected classmate, Roxanne Eche de Fiamapo. He argues that in the circumstance, Order 284 should be triggered. There is a matter of reputational effect. And you are saying that, well, the NDC side of this committee doesn't care. So there should be a vote so that the majority will carry the day. May I remind my respected colleague that the enterprise we are in is a perception-driven enterprise. And it's not about you proceeding. Now, maybe you've thought about it, but for the sake of argument. And at the risk of sounding a bit unfair to you, have you thought of the situation where you insist on a vote, you win, and you say you are proceeding? So perhaps if we want to boycott, we should boycott. Because after all, it is you who is most affected, and you don't really care. Are you lending some weight to what the man said? Or it's about running with your tail in between your thighs that, hey, you don't want to, touch him? Or because you think that he is of your tradition, so you don't want to? No. The thing has gone beyond NDC. And as Mr. Kennedy Japan once said, this is about systems and policies. This is not NDC or MPP. This is the institution of parliament. Third issue. Chairman, you have directed the clerk to the committee to invite I wouldn't want to say contemnor, but the person who is making this allegation. He put it on social media, and media houses, traditional media houses, are discussing this matter and all. You have directed that he be invited here so that tomorrow we suspend the sitting for tomorrow and at least proceed to do today's sitting. But may I remind you, Mr. Chair, that yesterday this matter was brought to your attention as the head of this committee, and to the best of my knowledge, the understanding was that this matter will be dealt with. It appears that we are not adding them on this aspect of, in view of the matter still remaining unresolved, whether or not to proceed or not to proceed. Chair, in all humility, let me pray that you suspend sitting for us to go into conclave, to further deliberate and abide by whatever we'll be able to conclude, so that we proceed. And without overstretching the argument, we have, by consensus, passed all your nominees except one, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, which we are yet to take a decision on. But all others, yesterday's vetting, all others, we don't have a problem. Sometimes our own side feel, you see the social media, they think that, oh, why is the minority side being all, cooperative? But we know that in governance, you don't oppose for opposing sake. You must find reason. So we are ready to take responsibility just for the sake of our democracy. So that side, we don't have a problem. Where we have to say no, we'll say no. Where we believe that this one, we've been in government before, so we know that the wheels of government must be in motion, and we must have cause to say no or yes. So, Chairman, if you would agree with me, I conclude by saying that let us take a short break and then come back to know with direction. To overrule and say that you are the chair and that we should proceed would not be most appropriate, in my humble view. I don't want to borrow the words of Honorable. Minister for Roads and Highways, who, when I was in majority and I was the leader of the House, he once said that, leader, if you want to proceed to lay your paper, there will be chaos in the House. I don't want to borrow his words. Honorable Governors Kwame Agboja openly said on the floor that merely laying a paper, which will not even amount to a vote, would lead to chaos. I'm not of that school of thought. So please, you oblige us. Let's have a break and then discuss, and then we can come back.
Honourable members, order. Honourable members, order. In fact, I have heard a lot saying and creating the impression as if we, the majority members, do not care about reputation, our reputation. I am placing it on record that we very much cared about our reputation. Let me also place it on record that we are just from conclave. Issues are settled on conclave. It is clear from the narration that the minority have made their mind that they don't want to take part in the vetting. It is about 1 o'clock, and we program to start vetting at 10 o'clock. So let their language be clear that they do not want to take part in the vetting. I don't believe in a situation where, at conclave, we take certain decisions, come before the public, and then decide to do otherwise. Now, he mentioned yesterday, he was not in the country yesterday. And it is true, the minority whip wants to raise this particular issue yesterday. And I said, as a committee, let us deliberate on the issue first. I do not think I am wrong requesting that. Let's deliberate on the issue first, because I believed in consensus. You walk to a meeting and say, this is what I want to raise. So if I said, let's deliberate on the issue first, it doesn't mean I am preventing you from deliberating on the issue. There was nothing that yesterday vetting should not occur because somebody in the public tries to damage the reputation of the chairman of the vetting committee and in effect, members of the committee. Honourable members, let me also place on record that my little knowledge about criminal law tells me that there is no vicarious liability when it comes to a crime. This is a time-tested principle. Honourable members, the fact that police are always accused every day of corruption does not mean policing should not happen in this country. That is why I am pleading that we all care about our reputation. But there is a procedure available to deal with the person who make the statement. So tomorrow, we'll deal with the maker of the statement. So the maker of the statement, for God's sake, is not before us. So how can we be doing this? So once again, I plead with my colleagues that let's proceed and do the vetting, and tomorrow we'll appropriately deal with the maker of the statement so that he should bring the evidence that I have demanded money from any nominee of His Excellency, the President. So I plead with you.
Speaker, we've heard you loud and clear, and you also lamented on a number of issues. We want to respectfully suggest to you, and for the conclave, you can have as many conclave as you should, if need arises. So we have to take a look at that again.
Well, we'll rise for just 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Did you rise for 2 minutes?
2 minutes will not be enough.